coffee mug holding update. Turns out that Kim Jong-Un is not dead. Phew! Really glad we solved that one, guys. Also, in very brief celebrity news before we start, Amanda Palmer has dumped Neil Gaiman through a post on Patreon. We do not have time to unpack all of the nihilistic, capitalistic implications of this, so we're just gonna move on. Murder Hornets are here! In case you haven't heard, a Lovecraftian horror has arrived at our shores. These giant hornets are from Japan. They're very large, they're very terrifying, and they're in the US for the first time to kill bees and occasionally humans with their toxic venom. Just to be clear, about 30 to 50 people in Japan die from these murder hornets every year. So, how do we exterminate the hornets? We don't know, but one thing is for sure, there's no stopping them. The hornets will soon be here, and I, for one, welcome our new insect overlords. I'd like to remind them that as a trusted TV personality, I can be helpful in rounding up others to toil in their thorny hornets' nests. So I guess maybe because we're in the middle of, the Pentagon has decided to release this footage of what used to be called UFOs, except they're being pedantic and calling them unidentified aerial phenomena now. This is really disturbing to the government and national security experts because, you know what? I actually think that this has come at the best time possible, and the sooner the aliens get here to take over the Earth, the better. Maybe there'll be a showdown between the UFOs and the Hornets, like an Alien versus Predator thing? In a step forward for liberal democracy in Saudi Arabia, the country has abolished flogging as a punishment. Just less than a year after they finally granted women the right to drive. They're really on a roll, aren't they? If this trend continues, they might stop harassing, imprisoning, and occasionally murdering journalists and switch to that good old liberal democratic pastime of harassing, imprisoning, and occasionally murdering racial minorities. So that's it for Not Viral News. Be sure to wash your hands, support your local businesses, and maybe get off Instagram because you do not have to compare your fitness routine or sourdough loaf to someone else's. Bye!